Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugs you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugs you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugs you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated.
Welcome to Courtroom Chaos, featuring Judge Snoop Dogg, the Dogfather himself. We're building the case on the spot, so you can use the most ridiculous arguments to make sense of it. Plaintiff and defendant, grab your phones and tell the court what makes you special, or all warm and fuzzy on the inside. We'll tailor a completely original trial, made just for you.
Welcome to Courtroom Chaos, nephews and nieces. Yours truly, Uncle Snoop's presiding. Keep it real, share your story, and we'll get this party rolling right. All right, listen up. Dominic rolled up to the Enchanted Gym with his lucky spell book, ready to cast some fitness magic while breaking in those funky used shoes. Taylor was chewing gum so loud it echoed off the lockers, then swapped Dominic's spellbook pages for bean toast recipes. Now Dominic's spells only summon dinner, and he's demanding $2.6 million to restore his magical credibility, you dig? All right, fam, we got the setup. Now it's your turn to shine. Let's kick it off with opening statements. All right, Dominic, let's hear it. What's this case really about, nephew? Lay out your whole situation for me. That is, a lot to get my pretty head around. I think I might need more insight from you. Hold up, nephew. You said you took off them sweaty socks and used shoes before casting a spell, right? So what I'm hearing is, Taylor caught you slipping right at your most vulnerable moment. How many seconds of exposure we talking before they made the swap? Hold up, nephew. 10 seconds from shoe off to spell cast? That's tight timing. But you saying Taylor told you to bounce right after? That sounds like Taylor knew exactly what they did was wrong. That ain't helping your case look accidental, you dig? All right, Taylor, let's hear your side of this spellbook swap situation. What's your defense on these bean toast allegations, you dig? Yo, Taylor, that's about as substantial as empty air, nephew. You love beans and gum? That's nice, real nice. But loving something don't explain why you swapped the spell book for recipes in 10 seconds flat. You gotta come harder than that, for real. Yo, Dominic, nephew, let me ask you this. When you peeled off those gym shoes and saw your spell book gone, what was running through your head? Were you heated in the moment, or did it sink in later? Help me understand what this really cost you, you dig? All right, nephew, now that's what I'm talking about. You went from confused to covered in beans. That's a concrete consequence right there. Bean shower testimony hits different. That's the kind of detail that matters, you dig? All right, Taylor, let's get real for a second. I need you to paint me a picture with your words right now. Walk me through exactly what went down when you swapped those spellbook pages. What were you thinking? And how did that whole thing go down? Give it to me straight, nephew. An unexpected turn in this trial. While we illustrate the scene, I'll be over here laid back. Look, nephew, that exhibit right there just showed me Taylor was thinking about your midsection instead of explaining why they swapped your spell book for bean recipes. That ain't a defense, my G. That's just disrespectful mind games. The court artist captured pure distraction, and it ain't helping your case one bit. We heading into closing statements right now, nephew. Dominic, lay it down for me. Tie together everything you've been saying about them swapped pages and how Taylor messed with your magical operation, you dig? Well now, that was smoother than I expected. I think I know which way my gavel's leaning. Look, nephew, I hear you, confused, scared, covered in beans. That's real emotion right there. But feeling bad about what happened ain't the same as proving Taylor did it on purpose. You gave me the experience, but the why is still foggy, you dig? All right, Taylor, you got one shot to tell me why swapping them spellbook pages ain't the move. So let's hear it. Whoa, that was bolder than I expected. I'll admit, it made me think, but I'm still leaning the same way I was before. Yo, hold up. That's not a defense, nephew. That's a distraction. You swapped the pages, the beans spilled, and now you're talking about belly jokes? That ain't addressing nothing. Case closed in my mind. All right, family, we've been through the highs, the lows, and a few tracks nobody saw coming. Both sides came in swinging like they're headlining a pay-per-view. Now Judge Snoop's about to drop the final cut, the verdict, and see who's walking out a winner today. All right, here's how I see it. Dominic brought the heat with solid testimony about what went down. The quick swap, the beans, the whole situation. Taylor came in with distractions and deflections, never really addressing the core issue. Nephew showed intent, timing, and consequence. That's enough for me. Dominic proved his case better than Taylor defended against it. Justice served. All right, Taylor, you lost this one, and now you gotta face the music. Every time somebody calls your name, you're gonna let out a dramatic sigh and say, "Woe is me." That's your life now, my G. Plus, you're cutting Dominic a check for $2.6 million to restore his magical credibility. That's what happens when you mess with somebody's spell book. Gavels down, court's adjourned.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugged you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you